The most dire of circumstances and estimates include bi-directional cut-throughs that would potentially increase the traffic on 37th Street to 2,200 vehicles per day. This would be completely unacceptable. Presently, the composition of our neighborhood ranges from young families with children to people nearing or at retirement age. Having walked door to door, having talked to my neighbors and heard their concerns, it is clear why we all chose to live in the neighborhood. Mainly, it's safe, it's one in which could raise a family, where the hustle and bustle of Vine Street is distant, concerns of through-passing criminals are few, crime occurrence is low, homes are affordable, and they are not likely to flood. The potential creation of a connection to Vine Street negates all the reasons why we chose this area.
So knowing all the drawbacks of the other two options, the commission ultimately decided upon moving forward with the option 37th and Skyline option. It is in line with the comp plan. It allows for the best traffic flow. It facilitates future development of adjacent properties, and it does not impact existing businesses. When you look at the pros and cons, it does provide convenient access to Vine Street from a residential neighborhood. Extending Skyline to 41st will better facilitate development of undeveloped properties in the area. Improved traffic circulation. It limits the right-of-way acquisition to vacant properties, currently vacant properties. There's no taking of active business properties. And there's less utility conflicts with this option. It does have a higher construction cost than simply disconnecting 41st Street, and it could provide more traffic on 37th Street west of Skyline, and there is more square footage area of right-of-way to acquire. I'm sure all of you have received comments and questions from residents in the area over the last few weeks, and we have compiled several of the more common questions. One question asked is, why another thoroughfare? Well, 37th Street would not become another arterial. It would simply provide access to Vine Street. Will the city acquire additional right-of-way and widen 37th Street? No. Will the city remove parking on 37th Street? No, 37th Street is wide enough to handle current traffic and future traffic volumes and parking along both sides. Skyline cannot handle two-way traffic. Skyline handles two-way traffic as it is now, and will continue to do so in the future. Will there be more traffic on 37th Street? More traffic is likely, but it will not be significantly more. Most people will continue using 33rd Street and 41st Street as they do now.
I have done my homework. I've done fact-finding. I've done a lot of soul searching. I've driven up and down those streets I don't know how many times in the last 30 days. I also want you to know that I trust the city staff, and I trust our engineers, and I trust the people that bring these plans before us and recommend to us what is the best.
I've said from day one, I know I'm the odd man out here, and I'm fine with that. I thought this was a bad idea. I see no gain. If there was a gain to my community, I would be 100% for this. There is no gain to what we're doing. There's 33rd, there's 41st.
I'm relaying to you that it was thought that the neighborhood would like access to Vine Street in a more efficient way, and it was not to let more people into your neighborhood. Might that happen? Yes, I think it might happen. I don't think it'll happen as often as you believe it will, for a number of reasons. One, it's going to be a lot easier to get, if you live on Autumn Lane or Country Lane, 41st Street's still going to be a straight shot, and they will be coming down a portion of Skyline. I don't think they're going to want to drive through your neighborhood unless you have great Christmas lights, and then they might. But I don't think that they will. But the one thing that it will give you that you don't have now, you will have direct access to 41st Street pretty quickly, and you can go to the landfill, you can go to the other bypass. So it will give you access to north of town in case something were to happen on Vine Street that you don't have now. And that's a small offset, and I know, but that's just the only thing I could come up with. I do appreciate you contacting us, and I think we are done with this topic.